Ms. O'Gorman, I think you understand that when it comes to issues of conflict of interest, public servants have to avoid the reality and the appearance of conflict of interest. And I think a similar principle would apply to professional retaliation, that it's important to avoid the reality and the appearance of people facing professional retaliation for speaking to this committee. By analogy, sometimes the horse's head is in the bed just because it's a convenient place to put it, but more often than not, it might be interpreted as a message. We had at this committee on November 7th, Mr. McDonald testifying that you and that CBSA lied about who was responsible for choosing GC Strategies. 20 days after that, they received a letter saying that they were under investigation. And this was a new letter to them. And then about a month after that, they were advised that you had made the decision that their legal fees would not be covered. So you can tell us that that was not professional retaliation for their testimony before the committee. And whether it was purely intended as retaliation or not requires us to assess your motivation, something that's obviously difficult to do externally. But don't you think it obviously looks like retaliation and would likely have the effect of chilling public servants who would otherwise be interested in and willing to come before this committee and give honest, frank testimony? The fact that so shortly after their testimony, you made the decision to pull the support for their legal fees, and that they received a letter saying they were under investigation, which led them to be suspended from their jobs without pay. Does that not have the appearance, at least, of professional retaliation against them in their careers as a result of testimony they gave to the Government Operations Committee?